So, in this past week since that man died, we have heard so much from the enlightened voices of liberal media about what his legacy should be and how he should be remembered. Endless variations of this same theme that the actual substance of his work is not what he should be remembered for. No matter how much we might disagree with his opinions, it's really the elegant style and civilized form of his discourse that should dictate his legacy. And they've been so committed to this take that they have now broken the world record for honoring someone's work without ever actually quoting that person's work. Because if you admitted that his work entailed saying things like, if Trump doesn't win, there will be hundreds of thousands of Haitians brought into Alabama and they will become your masters, you can see how that might complicate the sales pitch a little bit. So I get it, but it's still just such a weird place to land. I mean, imagine one of their kids came home from school one day with a fever and an upset stomach, and then they went to the doctor and found out that they'd been putting poison in the school lunch. Do you think that they would inquire further about the decor of the cafeteria and whether the napkins were folded properly? Or do you think they'd be concerned about the contents of the food, regardless of whether the food was being served in the right way? It's so perplexing until you remember most of these media people don't have any kids in this school. They're not in any of the marginalized groups he was targeting with his work. And they work in an industry that rewards you for treating politics like this abstract game show with no real stakes. So it's probably pretty easy and comfortable for them to shrug off the harm that his work did and focus on the style and civility of his persuasion in the marketplace of ideas. And I've come around to appreciating all these takes for the clarity they give us as a here's what they think about you moment. Because I think we're going to need as much clarity as possible about what's coming next. I don't think that man's death made us any safer. And by the way, before you try to play games, debating his legacy is not the same thing as debating whether his killing was justified. I would much rather live in a world where we watched him outlive his own relevance. I took no pleasure in seeing what happened to him, partly because I could see right away what his legacy was most likely to become now. The legacy we're already watching his fans and his powerful friends create for him in real time, not by honoring his commitment to free and open debate that we keep hearing about, but the exact opposite, doubling down on every opportunity to demonize and subjugate all the people his work taught them to hate, making lists of people to persecute and bully into silence for their speech, just like that man taught them to do, and doing everything in their power to make a world where people like me feel safer calling him that man than even saying his name. So if all these enlightened media voices meant what they said about the value of honest, good faith dialogue, I hope they'll start being honest about the whole truth of who Charlie Kirk was and what it looks like his legacy is about to become. But I'm not holding my breath on that.